evening, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, together with the Presidential Communications Office.
We bring you the latest, widest, and most comprehensive news coverage from the People's Television, IBC, Philippine News Agency, Philippine Information Agency, and Presidential Broadcast Service. I'm Princess Habiba Saripauda.
And I'm Joe Fernandez from Radyo Pilipinas. Welcome to Balitang Pambansa. Tonight's headlines. President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. and Executive Secretary Lucas Bersamin belies former President Rodrigo Duterte's allegations regarding the 2025 national budget. The Department of Agriculture, or DA, begins the implementation of the maximum suggested retail price, or MSRP, for imported rice. The National Bureau of Investigation, or NBI, arrests a Chinese national and 2 Filipinos for alleged espionage. The so-called monster ship of China is replaced by another Chinese vessel but remains with the country's exclusive economic zone, or EEZ. The Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology, or PHIVOLCS, urges residents to be vigilant as it records ash emissions anew from the Kanlaon volcano. The Bureau of Immigration, or BI, and the National Bureau of Investigation, or NBI, rounds up 32 foreign nationals reportedly working for a clandestine Pogo establishment in Parañaque City. The former president could have simply fact-checked his allegation on blank pages on the DBM website, but then choose otherwise, irresponsibly run his mouth as he has been known to do even during his reign, and wound up with a pie or egg in his face. But as President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. reminds him, never in the history of the Republic has the GAA passed by CAM and presidential muster with blank pages contained. Our Clazel Padilla has more.
President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. has dismissed as lies the allegations that certain portions of the enacted 2025 national budget were left blank.
He's lying. He's a president. He knows that you cannot pass a GAA without with a blank. He's lying. He's lying because he knows perfectly well that that doesn't ever happen. Kasinungalingan yan.
The president was responding to claims made by former President Rodrigo Duterte and Davao 3rd District Representative Isidro Ungab, who alleged discrepancies in the national budget. They claimed some sections were left incomplete, potentially allowing them to be filled out at a later time. President firmly refuted the accusations, emphasizing that no government budget has ever contained blank items.
Sa kasaysayan ng buong Pilipinas, hindi pinapayagan na magkaroon ng item ang GAA nang hindi nakalagay kung ano yung project at saka ano yung gastos, ano yung pondo.
He urged the public to visit the Department of Budget and Management website to verify the accuracy of the national budget details. Malacanang earlier denounced what it described as a spread of fake news and misinformation by Duterte, calling it malicious and urging the public to condemn it as a criminal act. Executive Secretary Lucas Bersamin assured that the 4,057-page national budget was thoroughly reviewed before its approval. Bersamin maintained that no project, program, or activity was left unfunded before the budget was signed into law. The palace called on Duterte's camp to act responsibly and stop spreading false information. Meanwhile, the DBM clarified the pages being circulated online are from the Bicameral Conference Committee report and not from the General Appropriations Bill or the final enacted General Appropriations Act. From PTV Manila, Clazel Padilla, Balitang Pambansa.
The Department of Budget and Management, or DBM, issued a statement denying false claims that the 2025 General Appropriations Act, or GAA, contains blank pages or figures. The DBM clarified that the documents being referenced were from the Bicameral Conference Committee report, not the actual General Appropriations Bill or the signed GAA or GAA. It emphasized that the GAB, once approved by the President, is a complete document that becomes law and there are no blank pages or missing information. The DBM urged the public to verify information before making accusations and to use communication responsibly to promote unity.
In other news, determining or setting the manufacturer's suggested retail price or MSRP is the easy part. Enforcing it or ensuring compliance on all retailers entails political will and even muscle or manpower, especially when obstinate and defiant ones insist having it their way or the highway. Our Isaiah Mirafuentes on the DA's plan and exacting retailer obedience on the 58 pesos per kilo MSRP on imported rice.
Aurelia buys rice at the Kamuning public market. She buys often from a particular vendor. What she always buys is imported rice. She says it tastes good and even has the aroma of coco pandan. But for her, the price of the rice is high.
Mas maganda po kung bumaba po para magkasya yung budget.
Starting today, the Department of Agriculture will set the maximum suggested retail price for imported rice. According to the Department of Agriculture or DA, the highest price for imported rice is now 58 pesos a kilo. Before this, the price of imported rice was reaching up to 65 pesos.
Mandatory in the sense na, kumbaga, dahil nga po nagkaroon ng agreement. In a way, ngayon, minomonitor po na. Dahil maglalabas po talaga naman tayo ng guidelines kasi nga po as of now, pinaplansya pa po natin yung guidelines. So siguro in a way, yung strictness, hindi muna natin masyadong implement.
The Agriculture Department is also ensuring that supermarkets comply with the set price for imported rice. Specialty rice varieties such as glutinous rice, Japanese rice, and black rice are not included in the policy. The framework for the maximum suggested retail price includes a nominal profit margin of 10 pesos per kilo on the landed cost of imported rice. In addition, the previously 40 peso rice is now available at 38 pesos at the Kadiwa ng Pangulo kiosk. These are the RFA 25 or 25% broken rice. The 45 peso rice, which is 5% broken rice, is also available at the Kadiwa ng Pangulo kiosk. A variety called sulit rice is also available for 36 pesos. The aging but good quality rice stock of the NFA are being sold for 29 pesos. The DA is coordinating with Metro Manila mayors to make government subsidized rice available at the public and private markets in Metro Manila. The department also mentioned that a resolution related to the food security emergency could be issued nationwide as early as this week.
Dalawa lang naman po ang magiging basis nitong food security emergency, yung rice shortage tsaka yung extraordinary increase in rice prices. So, wala naman pong problema sa rice shortage. Wala po tayong ganong scenario ngayon. Yung tinitignan na lang po na basis, yung extraordinary increase po in prices.
The DA hopes to expand the Kadiwa stores in Metro Manila. Through these projects, they expect to help bring down the prices of the staple grain. From PTV Manila, Isaiah Mirafuentes, Balitang Pambansa.
On the other news, China has long been snooping virtually and conventionally on the country's secrets and sensitive information contained or held in premier military sites and government establishments. True enough, a spy from the mainland has been named of late, and his exploits and results of his sneaky and devious deeds are nothing short of alarming. Our Luisa Erispe has more on the Chinese snoop and his two accomplices caught and held in NBI custody.
A Chinese national who is allegedly part of an espionage group was nabbed by the National Bureau of Investigation, or NBI, last Friday at a condominium in Makati City. The suspect, Dan Yuan King, is a software engineer who has been living in the Philippines for 5 years. He is suspected to be a spy after a sensor or high-technology equipment was found inside his car, capturing 3D images and coordinates of several structures in the Philippines. All of his acquired information are possibly transmitted real-time to China.
Hagilap namin yung kotse na ginagamit nila ay RAV4 bearing plate number NDN 2628. Nakamount doon yung kanilang mga espionage equipment.
Technology, pati human intelligence. So marami pong nagsusumbong sa atin about these kinds of activities. This is the same type of intelligence that we are also using against Pogos. No? Kaya po nakikita natin sila.
The NBI said since December, he successfully captured images of power plants, sources of electricity, and even LGU offices and malls around Luzon.
Nag-frequent sila sa mga critical infrastructure, specifically military camps, bases, power plants, LGU offices, police camps, stations, even shopping malls. Meron na ho silang mapa kung saan iikot. In fact, ang plano ho nila, pagkatapos nilang maiikot yung buong Luzon, target ho nila yung buong Visayas at Mindanao naman.
The armed forces of the Philippines admitted this is an alarming issue on their part. That's why they have initiated stricter security measures on the country's military bases.
China, itong nahuli po natin ay isa siyang specialist in terms of control engineering and the automation and engineering through interdiction operation.
Good afternoon, sir. I'm Zian Ambrosia from ABS-CBN. For General Browner and for Director Santiago, regarding, would you know how long na po ang operations nito kaya? Since na-mention nyo na dati nang merong ganito. And second, ano po yung participation?
It is believed that the suspect has two Filipino cohorts named as Ronel Jojo Balundo Besa and Jason Amado Fernandez. However, one of them denied the allegations.
May kooperasyon ka dito? Wala. Wala. Yun ang gusto mo sabihin. May gusto ka pang sabihin?
The NBI is now tracking down the financier of the suspect, who is believed to transfer millions of funds weekly. They are also looking into the affiliation of the nabbed Chinese to the People's Liberation Army Science University in Nanjing, China, and they are studying connections of this alleged spy to the Republic of China as well. From People's Television Network, Luisa Erispe, Balitang Pambansa.
Meanwhile, the Philippine Coast Guard, or PCG, reported that China's CCG-5901, also known as the monster ship, has been replaced by CCG-3304, which remains inside the Philippines Exclusive Economic Zone, or EEZ. The PCG condemned China's violations of international laws and the 2016 arbitral ruling. While monitoring the situation, the PCG emphasized a peaceful approach to the issue. In other news, a measure seeking a 3-year fixed term for the Chief of the Philippine Coast Guard, or PCG, for more stability has passed the third reading of the Senate. Senate President Francis Chis Escudero says that with the challenges the country is facing in the West Philippine Sea, it would be better to have continuity in the PCG leadership. Under the proposed measure, the term of office of the PCG commandant will be fixed to 3 years. Meanwhile, Senate Majority Leader Francis Tolentino says that the said measure could not just help with the term limit, but also in the PCG Strategic Modernization Program.
As the PCG continues to expand its fleet, napakarami na po nilang barko at kagamitan ngayon. It will improve its technical capabilities, enhance its personal training, and have a stable leadership that modernization efforts aligns with long-term national goals.
Updates on Kanlaon. Residents near Kanlaon volcano in Negros Island are advised to stay alert after 3 ash emissions on Sunday, January 19 was observed. The Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology, or PHIVOLCS, reported that the emissions lasted up to 23 minutes and that the volcano released over 4,400 tons of sulfur dioxide. Kanlaon also emitted a moderate plume and recorded 13 volcanic earthquakes. As a result, the volcano remains under alert level 3, signaling intensified magmatic unrest. PHIVOLCS warns of potential hazards including eruptions, lava flows, ashfall, and lahars, and reminds the public of the ban on flying aircraft near the volcano.
On the other news, 32 Pogo workers were arrested during a raid on an illegal Pogo hub by the Bureau of Immigration, or BI, in Parañaque City. The operation was coordinated with the National Bureau of Investigation, or NBI, resulting in the apprehension of 20 Chinese, 11 Malaysians, and 1 Cambodian. Immigration Intelligence Division Chief Fortunato Manahan Jr. says that the suspects were engaged in several illegal activities, including online gaming and 11 love scams. The 32 foreigners are currently under the custody of the NBI while undergoing deportation proceedings with the BI. A magnitude 5.5 earthquake struck near Lubang Occidental, Mindoro on Monday evening. According to PHIVOX, the quake hit 23 kilometers northeast of Lubang at 6:42 p.m. with a depth of 116 kilometers. Initially reported as magnitude 5.4 quake of Calatagan, Batangas. The epicenter shifted based on further data. PHIVOX also reported that the tremor was felt in several areas. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. assured Filipinos the services of PhilHealth will not be reduced. Instead, the government will expand the PhilHealth services and increase payments for insurance claims in 2025. President Marcos Jr. guaranteed vulnerable sectors, including seniors, the poor, and the middle class, would not lose any benefits. He reassures the public PhilHealth services will improve moving forward.
At ito ang guarantee ko. Napakasimple lang ang guarantee ko. Kahit may subsidy, kahit walang subsidy, kahit anong contribution, all of these issues, hindi mababawasan ang serbisyo ng PhilHealth. Hindi mababawasan ang bayad ng PhilHealth sa insurance claim. In fact, baliktad. Padadamihin pa namin ang serbisyong ibibigay ng PhilHealth, palalakihin pa namin ang pagbayad sa insurance claims. So, I would like to just assure everybody, huwag niyong inaalala na mababawasan ang serbisyo kahit na kanino, para sa senior, para sa mga hirap, para sa middle class. Walang mababawasan kahit isang kusing. Quite the opposite. Dadagdagan natin yan in 2025, mas dadami pa ang magiging serbisyo na ibinibigay ng PhilHealth, mas lalaki pa ang magiging payment na ibibigay sa insurance claim. Kaya huwag po kayong mag-aalala, walang mawawala sa serbisyo ng PhilHealth. Mas pinapaganda pa nga namin ang pagpatakbo ng PhilHealth para mas marami pang maibibigay sa taong bayan.
Ito ay kwento ng isang benepisyaryo na sa halos 3 dekada ay inalagaan ang kanyang lupa sa pag-asang balang araw ay maaari na niyang tawaging tunay na kanya. At sa taong ito, sa wakas ay nakamit na rin niya.
Ako si Orlando Ramos sa 68 ang edad. Nagapuyo diri sa Barangay Santa Fe, sa Baga, Sibugay Province. O isa ko sa mga ARB beneficiaries.
Ayon sa kanya, ang paghihintay ay may kasamang mga pagsubok habang inaalagaan niya ang kanyang sakahan simula noong 1995. Ito ang kanyang pangunahing pinagkukunan ng kabuhayan dahil hindi niya natapos ang kanyang edukasyon. Noong ika-24 ng Mayo, isa siya sa mga personal na nakatanggap ng titulo sa isang okasyon na pinangunahan ni Pangulong Ferdinand Marcos Jr. sa tulong ng Department of Agrarian Reform. Mahigit 8,000 titulo at 12 ektarya ang naibahagi sa mga magsasaka ng Zamboanga mula nang nanungkulan si Pangulong Marcos noong Hulyo 2022. Noong araw na ito, nakamit ni Orlando ang kanyang pinakaaasam na titulo para sa mahigit 2 ektarya ng lupang kanyang sinasakahan.
Salamaton ko sa atong Agrarian Secretary, walilain kundi si Conrado Estrella, sa programa sa Agrarian Reform. Labaw na gyud sa atong presidente nga si President Bongbong Marcos. Ug naisa pa nga sa iyang ama, din mismo dito siya nga nagsugod ang agrarian programa.
Back with more news, President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. reiterated his administration's commitment to make the Philippines transportation more environment-friendly with high-tech cars on the road. In his speech during the launch of Tesla Center in the Philippines, the chief executive emphasized the importance of adopting policies and strategic measures that help the country combat climate change. He added that the government understands that transitioning to electric vehicles is a complex journey, but it is necessary to provide more sustainable means of transportation to communities.
Something to look forward to. Hundreds of thousands of government workers who do the daily commute from home to work and back may find some needed relief from the bane of their work week routine. A proposal to move back workers' time in is seriously under study and consideration, and the President has expressed openness to the idea but stressed it has to be taken up by the workers themselves and even the traffic enforcers on the street. Proponents of this early work schedule claim early to work means earlier to home in the afternoon and not at the height of rush hours from 5 p.m. to 8 at night. Meanwhile, the issue of sustainable and more environmentally friendly auto travel was front and center when the President paid a visit to a Tesla EV demo this afternoon. The President is more than convinced of a shift to EV automobile simply because it's cheaper, sensible, and climate friendly.
More news. Over 4 million people has gathered to Sinulog Grand Mardi Gras in Cebu City. Cebu provincial government gives 33 million peso cash to assistance to the Cebu City LGU. Special assistant to the President Anton Lagdameo represent for President Marcos to witness the festivities. The Sinulog Grand Mardi was a successful and expected to be more big in the coming year.
Congratulations to everyone, local government, to the mayor, to our governor. And nice to see a very successful Sinulog celebration. Congratulations.
More festive news. Pagadian City came alive with the lively Pasalamat Festival 2025, a celebration of faith and gratitude for Señor Santo Niño de Pagadian. The festival featured colorful parades and cultural dances and a special mass honoring the city's traditions and blessings. Harvey Bangayan from PIA Zamboanga del Sur tells us more.
Viva Pete Senior! Pagadian City came alive on the third Sunday of January as it successfully celebrated the vibrant Pasalamat Festival 2025. This annual event, a tribute to the beloved senior Santo Niño de Pagadian, united the community in a colorful display of gratitude and faith.
We celebrate this because we have to thank God for all the things, for all the gifts that He has given to Pagadian City and to the people of Pagadian.
A concelebrated mass held at the eve of the feast gathered devotees in prayer. Local clergy explained that Pagadian's unique tradition, Pangajian or prayer offering, commemorates God's protection during the 1976 earthquake and tsunami. This tradition continues with an annual mass and sea blessing at the wharf in Thanksgiving. Highlights of the festival included dazzling street parades and a cultural street dancing where 11 contingents from different schools and barangays competed. The celebrations culminated in a grand ritual dance showdown at the city's soon-to-rise Coliseum. Local tourists shared enthusiasm for the event.
First of all, I would like to say thank you sa akong mga barkada. And this is my second year sa among Pasalamat Festival, and we're looking for another year to have the celebration here sa Pagadian City. From humble beginnings as a quiet town, Pagadian City gradually progressed and is now recognized as one of the fastest growing cities and a first-class city in the country. From the Philippine Information Agency, Zamboanga del Sur, Harvey Bangayan for Balitang Pambansa.
Meanwhile, Enrique Villanueva, Siquijor's smallest town, is celebrating its 100th anniversary. Known for its rich marine life and cultural heritage, the town is developing its tourism sector while embracing its natural beauty and community spirit. Rizali Anding Calibo from Philippine Information Agency Siquijor has more.
Despite being the smallest town in the island province of Siquijor, Enrique Villanueva shines like a pearl in the Orient Seas as it celebrates its 100th founding anniversary. The original name of Enrique Villanueva is Talingting, derived from the name of a species of a bird called talingtingon, mostly found in the area during low tide. Its famous marine sanctuary in Barangay Tulapos is home to giant clams and a school of barracudas that attracts tourists from all over the world.
Knowing that there is a species that exists only in this area will help remind the molders and the shapers of the future of this area to stay grounded in nature as we have been blessed.
The town also boasts of tourism activities like Pamukad Festival during fiestas and the actual Pamukad during the weekend. Its famous native delicacy, the Pan Bisaya, and the Holy Cross in Barangay Kangmangki as a pilgrimage site.
Talingting or Enrique Villanueva aims to preserve and showcase not only the Talingtinganon culture but what it could offer to the local and international tourists.
Enrique Villanueva Mayor Neil Vincent Masayon said the town's celebration of its 100th founding anniversary is also a testament to the community's cooperation and commitment to development and progress.
Our team pagbalik lantaw uban sa panaghiusa ug hudyaka sa panahon sa bagong tuig. Reminds me of the importance of reflecting of our shared history.
From the Philippine Information Agency Siquijor, Rizali Anding Calibo for Balitang Pambansa.
And for our weather update, based on Pag-asa's latest monitoring, northeast monsoon affects Luzon. Northern Samar and eastern Samar may encounter cloudy skies with scattered rains and isolated thunderstorms caused by shear line. Cagayan Valley, Aurora, and Quezon may also expect cloudy skies with rains due to northeast monsoon. Meanwhile, Metro Manila and the rest of Luzon will experience partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated light rains.
And that concludes our rundown of the latest, widest, and most comprehensive news and information from all across the nation on a Monday, partner. From Radyo Pilipinas, I'm Joe Fernandez.
This is your trusted news source, always ready to inform and serve the Filipino people. Catch Balitang Pambansa tomorrow at 7 a.m., 12 noon, 6 p.m., and 9:30 p.m. for more updates and developments. From Radyo Pilipinas, I'm Princess Habiba Saripauda, and this is
Balitang Pambansa.